All right, we are live. Andrews football. Man, you're in luck. I got a fantastic show for you today. I got the William Hill Sportsbook account brought up here. I'm going to go over every single game for Week 12. Okay, I'm going to go over every single game, and I'm just going to break it down. If you paid attention to my last show, you know that I don't think that this is a good week to put action down. Okay, you know this isn't a good week. Hopefully you're aware of this. Hopefully you get that. Some weeks are better than others, but I do got a special treat for you guys who go and tune in. I got 5 games that I'm picking out that you can go ahead and put some action down on. Okay, I got 5 games that I'm going to pick up and put some action down on. Let me rephrase this. I got 5 games that you could put action down on. Okay, I'll be honest. I don't think that this week's a great week to put action down, but you can, and I'm going to give you some opportunities. So, and then by the way, if you see on the bottom there, it's Ask Andrews Football. I went ahead and you could shoot me an email if you have any questions, any thoughts about this week, anything at all you want to shout out, what have you. I'm more willing to give you a shout out. Before I go on any further, I'm going to give a special promotion here to my boy Ryan Kemp. If you live in the Kansas City area, K5 Lawn Care, check him out. He's got a small company, but he showed me a lot of his work today, and he gives first class work. So I'm giving him a special shout out here. And I want to explain, he didn't come at me and say, hey, Dan, can you give me a shout out? All right. He didn't come at me. Ryan didn't come at me and say, hey, I give me a shout out, do anything, this, that, and the other. He just does quality work. So one of the things is, if you do quality work and it's good stuff, I'll give you a shout out. All right. If you do something good and it deserves a shout out, I'll give you one. Ryan, I want to be very clear. Ryan doesn't even know I'm doing this. Ryan does not even know that I'm giving him a shout out. I just went ahead and gave him a shout out because his work is quality. I want to be very clear. I don't promote people who suck. I don't promote people who suck. This is some good shit. So if you live in the Kansas City area, you need some lawn work done, hit my boy up, Ryan. So anyway, I'm gonna put stuff up later on. And One Pride 40, welcome to, thanks for busting my cherry. By the way, if you watching, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. You know I deserve it. But you know what? You don't like the show? Give me a thumbs down then. I don't care. This is 18 and up, so I'm going to use a little more profanity, and that's just how it is. And One Pride 40, I want to see how he does in the combine. I want to see how he moves. There's been a lot of guys that come out that look like world beaters in college, and they come to the pros, and you've heard the expression, look like Tarzan, play like Jane. So that's something that could happen. Argo trying to, Argo, I'm gonna touch base on this game. But if you paid attention last week, and I know you were there, I almost want the Jets to win this because the 2-7-4 teams at Arrowhead next week is a good play for the Kansas City Chiefs. This is not a good week to put action down on, but I'm going to give you 5 games that I genuinely like. I'm going to give you 5 games that I genuinely like, but none I'm in love with. All right? None I'm in love with. All right? So I'm just saying that right now. 5 games that I like, none I'm in love with, and I'm going to go over every single game. I'm going to go over every single game this week, and I'm going to talk about how I feel about it, what's important, what's not important. And of course, the most important thing of the show is interaction. So I want to know what you think. All right. First game, Seattle at Philly. Huge NFC game. Philly needs this game to keep up with the Cowboys. Seattle needs this game to keep up with San Francisco. Out of the games this week, this is one of them that I do like. Now, the line dropped from 1.5 to 1. So if you were going to put action on this game, you should have done it earlier. You should have got the 1.5 instead of 1. I do like Seattle in this game. I'm going to tell you something. Let's say you want to put some action down this week. If you want to put some action on football, I don't recommend doing it this week. And there is one game I like, and I'm going to point that out here in a bit. And it's actually a game I might actually head to Iowa and put some action down on. This game isn't it, but out of the NFL games this week, I do like Seattle. I think they're a better team, but this is just a great game in general. It's going to be a fun game. I'm really excited about this game. I like it. I don't love it. All right. If you got Holborn in your pocket, you got to bet on some NFL action. This is not a bad game. All right. Take Seattle. I think they're the better team, but you going across the country playing a hot Philly team. Yeah, I'm drinking coffee because I'm that type of guy. All right, here. You can get to look at my handsome face a little longer. And I'm gonna make sure if I got any comments. And Argo, I'm leaving that up because I'm gonna touch base on this in a second. Next game's Giants and Bears, and I'm kind of excited about this game. I know they're two non-playoff teams, but how are the Bears defense going to do against the Giants, which could potentially have a very explosive offense? All right. That's something that I want to look at. I honestly think both coaches are on the hot seat. That's just my opinion. That's just what I think. But after winning 12 games last year, Matt Nagy is only 4-6. And Mitchell Trubisky looks bad. And I think that's more Matt Nagy than Trubisky. I do think it's some of the injuries. But, I mean, if you've been paying attention to me, I knew Chicago wasn't going to win 12 games again. However, they should be better than they are. It's kind of a shame because you got a really good defense. The Giants, I think, are playing for Shermer's life right now because they went 4-12 last year. They look bad so far, and they traded up, so they got 3 picks in the first round. They went with a rookie quarterback, but New York's never been a patient town. I really think the Giants need a win here just so Shermer can keep his job. Shermer's job's not safe. I don't care what they say. Job is not safe. Next game I'm going to talk about, and Argo, he wanted One Pride 40. One Pride 40 is dying to get some help here in Detroit, and you need help. Chris Jones is trying for $100 million. He wants to top Frank Clark. I think he's worth more than Frank Clark. So you're gonna need a lot of money to get Chris Jones. And it'll be interesting because that's a big story. But, instead of looking towards a draft to fix the defense, I think you got a better play here going free agency. But the number one thing with the Lions right now is how do they look? Because I think Patricia's on the hot seat now. And if he's gone, then what kind of system is Detroit going to bring in the future? Who are they going to bring in? And one Pride 40, you're 100% correct. You are 100% correct. I ain't disagreeing with you. You know what's going on. This is the next game. Raiders at Jets. This is a game I like. I don't love. Earlier in the week, it was 47.5. It dropped to 46.5. I like the under. Forget 3. I like the under. in this game. To be honest, I would probably take the Raiders. I expect the Raiders to win. But in this game, I just don't see a high-scoring game. I'm kind of surprised it's at 46.5. I would have tried to do 47.5, which I think is the better bet, to be perfectly honest. And by the way, if you join in the show and you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's scientifically proven to make all your wildest dreams come true. But I really like the under in this game. This is a solid game right here to put action down on. I don't love it, but I have a hard time believing that these offenses are really going to put up a lot of points. I mean, just think about this. 24-21, doesn't that sound high scoring for this? Well, okay, what I talked about with Chris Jones is the reason why they're going to have to get rid of him is because they gave Frank Clark all that money. Okay, he wants more money than Frank Clark, and I think he deserves it. But the Chiefs' number one priority is going to be signing Mahomes. You can't have on the defense $200 million players on the defensive line and Mahomes. Remember, they gave Tyreek Hill $54 million. It's not a question of do we want Chris Jones. It's just, can we afford him? I don't think we can. I think signing Frank Clark indicated that we're not going to give Chris Jones the money he wants. And Chris Jones is a monster, and he's showing that. So that's something to think about. And they need corners. They need help. They need our help on defense. But I love Chris Jones. I would take Chris Jones over Frank Clark, but that's one of the bad things about this era in sports is that you can't sign everybody that you want. I would love to see the Kansas City Chiefs sign Chris Jones to a long-term contract. I don't see it. Giants with the upset. Giants with the upset. You know what? I don't see it, especially in Chicago. But good. Hey man, if it hits, it hits. I don't like this game at all. There's nothing about this game I like. Nothing. Next game I got is Miami at Cleveland. Cleveland's a 10.5 point favorite. I wouldn't touch this game. I don't know how Myles Garrett's going to affect the defense. I really don't. I don't know how Myles Garrett is going to affect the defense. Miami's been playing a lot better lately. This is just a game I wouldn't touch. Here's the thing. Cleveland is now mathematically still in the playoff hunt. All right. They really are. They go 5-6. If they can get to 500, which are 4-6 right now, they do have a legitimate chance for the playoffs. They're not out of it yet, but they need to have some things happen. But obviously, it's a big game for the Cleveland Browns. I wouldn't touch this game with 10-foot pole. Next game is Carolina at the Saints. Saints are a 10-point favorite at home. Another game I really wouldn't touch. Carolina's lost a couple. I don't know how good they are. Kyle Allen had a bad game. Division opponents are, division games can be tough. I think the Saints are the better team, and they're trying to get that bye. They had a bad week, and I kind of feel like the Saints could win this one big. I don't really have a prediction for this game. I think the Saints win. I wouldn't bet them to cover. It'll be interesting. It'll be a fun game to watch, though. Next game's Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Pittsburgh's a 6.5 point favorite on the road. I actually do think they'll cover, but it's not a game I would recommend at all. I really just kind of want to see this game. This could be an ugly blowout type of game for Pittsburgh. I want to see how they respond to Thursday night. Cincinnati at home, I don't think that they're going winless, but they need to win a game sooner or later. I don't know, even though they signed Zach Taylor to to a 4-year contract. He's a rookie head coach. They have a rookie staff for the most part. It's a very young staff. If you go 0-16, or, to be perfectly honest, let's just say you go 2-14 or 1-15, you get the first pick in the draft. I don't know if you want to bring Zach Taylor back. So they got to play better. I wouldn't touch this game, like I said, but if I had to guess, I think Pittsburgh wins big and covers. Not a game I like. All right, some great comments by One Pride 40. 8-1. It's better than 6-1. I don't love it, to be perfectly honest. I would want to get higher, and the reason why is I think the Patriots are still the clear-cut best team in the AFC. I would like to see it go up a little bit. You can look at this two different ways. I don't like taking stabs in the dark like this. I don't see that. However, if you were going to put action down on this, you can do one of two things. You could take 8-1, but I think that they're going to lose in Foxborough. All right. And that's in a couple weeks. That number should go up if they lose in Foxborough. Okay. That number could get as high as 10. And if it gets up to 10, then I would recommend anywhere between 10 and 12. And when they lose to New England, and I think they will, that's what I would put action down on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I don't like 8-1, but if you now here's the thing: if Kansas City beats New England, that number is going to go way down. But that's just my opinion. I wouldn't recommend it, but it is going up from 6. Because I was going to put action down on that this year, but I was hoping to get around 9 or 10, and I didn't get it. But no, I don't like the number. I think they're going to lose to New England, and it's going to go up. It hits double digits, then I would strongly recommend it because they are a Super Bowl caliber team. I just don't like that number because I think New England's really the team to beat in the AFC. Golden Rooster, what is up, brother? What is up, man? Hey, man, glad you could join tonight. Hey, I got a great show. I got some good games to put action down on. Nothing I love. One Pride 40, I kind of disagree with that. And the reason why is that Matt Patricia's gone. They could bring in. All right, let me throw this out. Let me throw this out at you. Let's say they look bad and he's gone. So normally when a team fires a coach, they want to go in a different direction. Okay, because they had Caldwell. It was an offensive guy. So they go to Patricia, who's a defensive guy, a pro guy. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. Let's say he gets fired. You bring in Lincoln Riley, head coach at OU. And he says, hey, I want to bring my quarterback, Jalen Hurts. You got to draft him in the first round. We're going to run the same offense we run in Oklahoma. That could happen. This is only his second year. And I'm going to say this. I think he's on hot seat because the defenses look bad. But he still got some time to go. If they only win 4 games or 5 games, he's on the hot seat. He could go. He definitely could go. If he stays, then Stafford's going to stay. They get a new coach, then Stafford, he's not locked to stay. He's not locked to stay. And One Pride 40 disagree with me. And that's a good thing about this show. You can disagree with me. I do not mind at all. But if you're going to sit here and tell me that Patricia is not on the hot seat, I'm going to tell you that you're wrong because they had 6 wins last year. They everything looked better for them to go up. If they win less than 6 games, he's definitely on the hot seat, and whoever they bring in could clean house. Stafford definitely is not a lock to stay there. He's not a lock to stay there. I think Patricia's there. He's going to stay there. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you what I think could happen. And keep in mind, hey man, listen, and I want the thumbs up. But if you don't agree with me, you think I'm wrong, you can give me a thumbs down. I don't mind the criticism, and you can always disagree with me. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just telling you, as somebody who's not a Lions fan, if you think Patricia and Stafford are guaranteed to stay in Detroit past 2019, that's not true in either case. Not true in either case. Next game I got is Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Atlanta's 3.5-point favorite. Atlanta's been playing a lot better. I'm a little surprised they're 3.5 and not 2.5. You get over 3, it's a different. Those of you who don't do a lot of sports betting, difference between 3 and 3.5 is huge. I'm a little surprised 3.5, even though it's at home. I don't like this game because I think Tampa Bay's been doing some good things. But Atlanta's been playing good. Atlanta has been playing good, so I do like Atlanta here. Again, a fun game. I wouldn't even recommend it. And you're right. The Falcons have been playing better the last couple of weeks. So if you were like, hey, Dan, I'm going to take Falcons in 3.5, I don't recommend it. But I wouldn't blame you. You might collect on this one. I would feel a lot better if I got 3. But if you want to buy the 0.5 point, I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. But a lot of places you can buy points. I don't recommend it. The money line on this game is -200. So you got to bet 200 to win 100. I never recommend doing that, especially for a team that's been as up and down as the Falcons. But they have been playing a lot better lately. I do expect them to win this game. A very, very interesting game. Denver at Buffalo. Denver is only a 3.5-point dog. I thought it'd be a little higher, but some Bills fans are going to look at this as disrespect. I follow a lot of Bills fans on social media, and they're great fans, by the way. A lot of them are smart. I follow 2 women of Bills Mafia quite a bit on Twitter. Stephanie tweets. She's always got entertaining stuff to say. Lives on Twitter. Right? She probably tweeted like 9 times since I've been doing this show. And then Danielle, she's had some health issues lately, but she has a lot of good stuff to say. She hasn't posted a lot of stuff about the Bills lately, but they're good sports fans and they're good knowledge about the Bills. So they're good fans. Buffalo, I think, should be favored by a little more in this game, but they're a team I think is going to the playoffs. I think they're going to get the 5 seed. It's interesting because I think they're kind of fool's gold. I almost think that whoever has the 4 seed might be in better shape than the team that has the 3 seed, because I think 4 seed is going to play Buffalo, and I think whoever plays Buffalo is going to beat them. I don't care who it is. And right now it could be Kansas City, it could be Houston, who currently I think has the spot. I haven't touched base on the Thursday night football game yet. I want to know what you think though. Houston. When I watch that game, I think the Colts actually are the better team when healthy, and they're the team I would fear more in the playoffs. But without Mac, I'm not even sure they make the playoffs. I mean, I think they will, the way things are going right now. I don't think that they're a threat to New England. I know both Houston and Indianapolis beat Kansas City, but I don't think either team's really a threat in the playoffs. This is my opinion. You did. The Falcons, okay, for those of you who don't know, Golden Rooster's Falcons fan, and they've been playing really, really good lately. And I like the Falcons' talent. They're a lot better than the record. I still think Dan Quinn's going to get fired at the end of the year. And I mean, even if they win the rest of their games, and they're more than capable of beating San Francisco, who I think is a great team. But that's going to have a good rivalry, and Atlanta's got talent. They just haven't been playing well. Keep in mind, I really feel like anything short of a playoff berth is acceptable for Dan Quinn this year. Remember, they fired the whole coaching staff in the offseason, went all in on the offensive line in the offseason. Big mistake, by the way, because they had a lot of holes to fill. So I don't see a way Quinn comes back. However, I think that him doing well will be better for the team moving forward. So, you're 100% right. But again, and I'm going to keep saying this, Dan Quinn's he's going to get fired just sooner or later. Drinking a lot of coffee today. Next game, I got Detroit Lions at the Redskins. Lions are a 3.5-point favorite. Very interesting game here because the Redskins, I forgot the head coach's name. I am very sorry, man. I am so embarrassed about this, but he needs a win in order to try to keep his job there, and I am so embarrassed. Raiders head coach, I am really just drawing a complete blank, and I am very, very sorry. I'm extremely embarrassed about this. Extremely embarrassed. I am extremely embarrassed. I'm looking it up right now because I am really embarrassed. I can't believe I can't remember that. Bill Callahan, and I'm sorry. Chucky. So anyway, Bill Callahan is trying to get the head coaching job. I don't think he's going to get it, but he needs a couple wins. It is a big deal. They really need to get a couple wins. I think the minimum is 4. They only got 1. So the Redskins need to do some stuff a little better. All right. Next game. By the way, I do like the Lions to win and cover. I just don't love it. Next game is now we're getting into afternoon delight. Jacksonville at Tennessee. Tennessee's 3.5-point favorite. I like Tennessee in this game. I think that they're actually a team that's mathematically alive for the wild card. They've been playing better since Tannehill's at quarterback. If they continue to win with Tannehill, it'll be interesting what the market is for Tannehill. I think that they're going to trade or draft a quarterback. Something that I've been noticing for a while is more and more rumors of Phillip Rivers going to Tennessee after the season. I do think that is a very strong possibility. That could happen. I could also see them getting Rivers and still drafting a quarterback. It'll be very interesting to see what they do in the offseason with the quarterback position. But Tannehill's really improved this offense. The defense is very solid. They're definitely in the wild card contention. So is Jacksonville from a mathematical standpoint, but I don't think they're there yet. They didn't look good last week against the Colts, and I don't expect them to look good. I wouldn't bet on this game. So, no, Golden Rooster, you're 100% correct, and I don't know if you were there or not. I don't know if you were there or not when I posted this one. I love the under in this game. It was 47.5. I didn't get there. So, but you're 100% correct. The Raiders are a great team. And from a gambling standpoint, if they beat the Jets, and I think they will, they'll come into Arrowhead at 7-4, but the Chiefs are 7-4 coming in off a bye. So I think next week is a good game to bet on because the Raiders are going to be riding high off a win streak. Vegas likes the Raiders, and I really think that this is going to be a good game because Andy Reid's record after a bye, I think the line will be low. I think it'll be under 5, and I think that'd be a good game to bet on for the Chiefs. But, yeah, the Raiders are a good team. Raiders are a good football team. You're damn right. And also about the Vikings, they lost to Minnesota at home. Minnesota's the only team in the NFC that has an undefeated record at home. They're very solid at home. Drinking lots of coffee today. Chiefs would be at home. Not this week, next week. So I'm pulling for the Raiders from a gambling standpoint because I really think that if the Raiders are 7-4 coming into Arrowhead next Sunday, the Chiefs would be off of a bye, fully healthy. That's going to be a game to bet on because I think Chiefs win and possibly win big. Next game here is Dallas at New England. And if you see, I'm putting that up. It was 6.5, dropped down to 6. I actually like the Patriots to cover in this game. If you haven't noticed, Dallas's offense has dramatically changed where they're throwing the ball more, but you're going against the defense who is just amazing. The defense is playing amazing for New England. They're giving up 10.8 points a game. Excuse me. So they're giving up a lot of points. So in this particular situation, I actually like New England in this game. 6 is a big number, but I really think New England wins this game pretty big. I think they're significantly better, but it's really about matchups. All right. Dallas likes to throw the ball now. Well, they're going to put Gilmore on Cooper. That's going to eliminate that. And so I don't see Dak Prescott having a huge passing day against this defense. So I think this is a good game to bet on. I really like the Patriots in this game. Of course, as a Chiefs fan, I would love nothing more than to go ahead and see Dallas win. I don't see it though. I mean, I'm looking at this game logically. I'm looking at this as how can I make money, and I definitely think New England's the better team, and I think that they could put some you could put some money down on that one. Next game is Sunday night, Green Bay at San Francisco. San Francisco 3-point favorite, basically home field advantage. This is going to be a fun game. I would not recommend betting on this at all. I think I'm just looking forward to this game just as a fan. I think Green Bay actually wins this game, to be perfectly blunt. But whoever wins is going to have the 1 seed in the NFC, and it's going to be a great game. You couldn't have a better game on Sunday night. 2 really good teams, 2 teams that are both going to be in the playoffs. And so you could see a preview of a possible NFC championship game. These opponents may not be able to play each other. It'll be very interesting to see here. So that's a great question, Golden Rooster. And it was funny because I do Uber, and when the Packers played the Chiefs, there's a lot of Packers fans, and I gave some Packers fans a ride. And I told them, it's like, you know what? I like your defense. It's a lot better. I don't think you have a top 10 defense. They're like, you're right. It's a top 5 defense. And it's like, no, it's significantly better than last year, but I'd say maybe top 14, 12. It's good. It's not great, but the Green Bay Packers roll with Aaron Rodgers. They're still, if you take Rodgers away from that team, that's a 6-win team. That's a 6-win team. Yeah, I did not know that. Yeah, I do Uber part-time. You know what? I got a 2-star not too long ago, and last weekend some girl peed in my car. I was so furious at that. But Uber actually took care of me. They actually got me paid almost immediately. But yeah, dude, hey, Yeah. I need to ask you questions about Uber. What can I do to make some more money? I have a full-time job. I do Uber part-time. I thought about trying to do Uber full-time. I haven't got there yet. But man, I mean, thank you. Dude, let me, hey, if you haven't already, email me sometime, man. And yeah, we can talk. That's why I do it. I do Uber to make some money because ultimately my ultimate goal, and every single person who's watching this is helping me do my goal in life, and that's do Andrews football for a living, because I can consistently make money betting on games. All right, that's why I'm an expert in football, is because I can consistently make money. But am I making enough money? I don't need a full-time job currently, no. So I work full-time, I work part-time. But I'm doing everything I can to build this up, and you guys are helping the guy live his dream. And what I offer in return is some really sound investing ideas. Now, if you got to put some money down this week, I've already said this. I don't love any of these games, but I like them. All right. Just a few months. just a few months before. I drove pretty heavy before I went to Vegas, but since I've come back from Vegas during the NFL season, I just do a couple days a week. I actually might drive tonight after Livestream. I might drive for a couple hours, but I don't do it I haven't been doing it long, doing it for a very short period of time. And I'll continue to do it. I might do it tonight. I don't know. I also do a DoorDash on occasion. So it kind of depends on how I feel. Dealer's choice, but I got a full-time job. So that's awesome. I know. Yeah, that's why I know. Chad, you know what? Tim, do you follow me on you follow me on Twitter, Tim? If so, hit me up on Twitter. I will definitely follow the dude. The one thing I'm going to tell you about guys like this, there's a lot of guys like this that post numbers like this, and I don't know who this dude is, so I can't tell you. More and more gambling sites have been following me on Twitter and Instagram. More and more guys have been following me on Twitter and Instagram, betting companies. I got a lot of betting companies that follow me. At least one or two a day hit me up on Instagram, that follow me on Instagram. One or two follow me on Twitter. But here's the thing. A lot of guys like this can say, "Oh, look what I do." But how many of them got these bet slips? How many of them have these bet slips? How many of them are going to Iowa and putting down action? I do. You can watch my videos. If a matter of fact, if I go to Iowa, and I'm gonna get that in a bit. But if I go, you're gonna see. I'll post it. Be careful, guys like this, Tim, because if they hit you up for money, just remember, Andrews football free this year. You see my results. So, and then keep in mind, is he just doing wins and losses? Sometimes people say things and they can screw the statistics up. So, but I don't think I follow him on Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter, I need to start. I have all the social media I have. I don't have a Pacific Andrews football Twitter. So I'll dude, if you follow me on Twitter, link us up, man. Link us up. I always try to follow. There's a lot of things I follow on social media. There's a lot of people I follow. Some I like more than others. There's a guy in particular, and he's got a YouTube channel, but it doesn't do much. And I kind of know why, but he does a lot of draft stuff. And I hit him up about trying to do something, but he never got back with me. So I'm not going to promote him for free. But he does some really good draft stuff, but he's pretty unknown for the most part, but he really great draft stuff. So I'd be interested in following him and we'll see. But I'm going to tell you something. Here's the thing. You don't, it's called behind the bets. You don't know if he's legit. You know, I'm legit because I'm posting my stuff. So that's something I'm giving you a warning about. If you like, hey, this guy says this, but Dan says this. Hey, you seen what I do? He may not. He may. I don't know. But there's a lot of sites out there that do things like this, and then they're like, "Hey, $99.99, you can join." Look, Andrews football free. So, next game, Baltimore Ravens on Monday night against the Rams. This is actually pretty interesting, to tell you the truth. This is a fun game, and I like the under. All right. I like the under because both teams are playing really, really good defense right now. The Rams, the last 4 games, have given up a total of 44 points. 44 points. That's it. And they also got a guy by the name of Aaron Donald. So this is going to be very interesting. You got a team from the East Coast that's really – everybody loves and everybody's on fire right now about Lamar Jackson. They got to travel across the country, play at the West Coast against a defense that's playing red hot right now. I like the under in this game. I also like the Rams, but if I was going to play this, I would play the under. I would definitely play the under. So, I mean, that's something that I like. You're 100% correct, and I want to be clear that I always want to give you advice, but if you're dead set on something, and I'm telling you something different, I mean, I'm here to help. I'm a database, but you know, you grown man or you're grown woman. You know, Andrew football got nothing against. You can do what you want, but I strongly urge you to use this YouTube channel as a database of football knowledge, because not only am I betting on it myself, I'm showing you, and I do football 365. All right. There's a lot of channels out there that like, oh, I bet hockey, I bet football, I bet basketball. How much you an expert when you fall in like 9 different things? You know, I mean, there's channels out there that want to bet on everything, and they're like, oh yeah, we do this, we do that. How are you an expert? I'm an expert on football. That's why you should follow me, because I know nothing about anything else except football, because I follow it 365. You're going to see my videos on the draft. You're going to see my preseason videos. You're going to see me make some motherfucking money. So use me as a database. But, man, I'm going to tell you something. If me and you disagree on something, man, follow your heart. But, you know, but if you get burned, I'm going to be like, hey, man, why don't you listen to me? So, I mean, it's catch-22 there. But if I can help you any way to make some money, I'm going to do everything I can. It was funny. I ran into some people. I just started a new job, and I ran into some people. They decided they were going to be the greatest people on planet Earth, and they were going to go ahead and subscribe to my channel like they should. And one of them, I'm going to give a shout out for those of you who don't know. Giving a shout out to my boy Ryan Kemp. He's one of my new coworkers. Good guy. He's going to become one of the greatest people on planet Earth. He didn't ask me for this. He just showed me his work. It was good enough to deserve a shout out. So if you live in the Kansas City area, you need some yard work done. He showed me his stuff. You know, anybody who follows my channel, if you got some good shit, I will promote you. I will promote you if you got some good shit. All right. And you know what? I forgot to do it individual. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Final game that I like. Out of all of them, this is the one I like the most. Now, what did I just say? I'm an expert on the NFL. That's NFL, not college, but Penn State traveling to Ohio State is an 18.5-point dog. I'm really tempted to put action on this game. I'm not saying Penn State gonna win. I'm not saying that at all, but 18.5. That's a big fucking number for a team that's ranked in the top 10. Now, I haven't watched Ohio State play a lot, but I have watched Penn State, and that's a good defense. It's a good defense. Could I see Ohio State winning 31-21, 35-24, even 38-24? Sure. I could see all those things. Do I see them winning by more than 19 points? I don't see it. I really don't see it. Out of all the games, this is actually the game I like the most, because Penn State has got more to prove than Ohio State, in my opinion. And I don't think there's a huge difference between these two teams. I don't know. I'll be honest. I really don't know, because I haven't watched Ohio State played that much, but I just have a hard time believing that Ohio State's going to just blow out Penn State at home. I just don't see it. Just kind of recap the 5 games here. Whoops, and I got that overlay. Can I get that? Oh, I can't get that off. Man, I just kind of dropped the ball right there. Because you can't even see the last game. Oh, man, I screwed up, man. All right. Okay, you can't see the last one. All right, and I'll tell you what. Here's the last one right here. There it is. That's the last one. Okay. These are the 5 games. All right, and it's kind of just ironic that it goes from top to bottom, from most to least. But out of the games I like, and I don't love any of these games, but the games I like is Penn State 18.5. I actually might put some action down on that. I got everything set up, but you got to be within the Iowa border. There's a way you can work around it, but I just do it legal. And when I say legal, I might just go there tomorrow morning, or I might do it tonight. I don't know. Seattle, they were 1.5. They're 1. The money line, as you can see, is even money, which I would recommend. I mean, it's 1 fucking point. So money lines, you can see, is even up. Raiders and Jets, I like the under. I like 47.5 better, but I don't see this being a high-scoring game. I like the Jets' defense better than most. I think it's going to be a close game. Remember the Bengals kept the Raiders to 17 points. So, I mean, the Raiders don't have an explosive offense. Their defense is good. I just see this being a low-scoring game. I think I'm really surprised the number's even 46.5, but dropping 47.5. New England 6 over Dallas. Actually, to be honest, that might be a great play. Dallas, I just don't think has the horses to run with New England Patriots. Especially, the number one thing about this game is the matchup. New England's pass defense is lights out, and that's how Dallas has been winning lately. And then finally, the game that's covered up on my awesome email. I like the under in this game. The Ravens defense has actually been playing really, really good as well. And I only mentioned one team. But here's the thing with the Ravens. Over the last 4 games, the Ravens defense has only given up 56 points. That's 14. So you got a team that's given up 14 points in the last four games against a team that's given up 11 points in the last 4 games. That's why I like the under in this game. Now, keep in mind the Ravens offense has been really explosive, but they haven't seen anybody like Aaron Donald because that person doesn't exist. I like the under in this game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. My gut tells me take the Rams at home, but I think the safer bet would be the under. So just, again, to recap, 5 games that you can make some money on. 5. Penn State, 18.5. They don't have to win. They just got to cover. And they're a top 10 team, and they're a good team. Seattle over Philly, I would take the money line. Raiders and Jets, I think 46.5 is a good number. New England 6-point favorite at home over the Cowboys. I think that's a good bet. And then the last game, Ravens and Rams on Monday night, unders 46.5. So, and hold on one second here. And again, I'm going to give another shout out. He didn't promote me. All right, he didn't promote me. He didn't say, "Hey, join." He didn't say nothing about it. He did good work. He showed me some of his work today. I was very impressed. So I'm giving him a shout out. If you live in the Kansas City area, Ryan Kemp, 816-325-9595. It's world-class work. I don't promote shit. All right, I don't promote shit. You do something good, I will promote you. Plain simple. Plain and simple. So, I mean, man, I'll tell you what, man. That felt good, man. That felt good. That felt good. I kind of got through everything faster than I thought I would. So, I mean, look, hey, man, I was going to wrap this up. I went ahead. I broke down all the games. I broke down 5 games. I'm really tempted to put action down on that Penn State, and if I win, There's a very, very, very good chance that I might put action now in the NFL, but what is it? What is it? Oh man, Tim Preston, man. Tim, what's stopping you from going to Iowa, man? I think you closer than I am. You know what? From Chillicothe to Lakeshore, I'm not really sure, but I can do it remotely. So all I gotta do is just cross the border. But if I'm going to go there, I'm going to go there and just kind of visit. I may put some more money in the account. I don't know, but I could also go Saturday morning. I could go Saturday morning. I don't think the line's going to change. I'm just telling you, I do like the Penn State game. So, in that's just my opinion. So that's kind of what I'm saying. Before I end this tonight, I want to give a shout out. Andrews Football does not promote shit. But one thing I do want to say is that if you do a good job and you do a good job on anything, I will promote you. I will give you a shout out, but you got to be good at what you do. He showed me some of his work today. I was really impressed. So if you live in the Kansas City area, Ryan Kemp, 816-325-9595. Like I said, he didn't ask for this. He didn't say, Dan, give me a shout out or anything like that. He just went ahead and he just does good work. That's just that. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now. Where'd my email go here, man? I start hitting buttons and man, I messed everything up, man. What the hell's wrong with me? Oh man, I got Dan, but that wasn't what I wanted here. There it is. I had the wrong button there. So I'm going to end it on this. Oh, I almost forgot. I almost forgot. So here's the drill. My work schedule is changing. So Andrews Football is changing. Starting next week, I'm going to work my new schedule, so I'm not going to be able to do live streams on Tuesday and Friday like I have been. What I'm going to do is do a review show on Tuesday. I'm just going to drop it on the YouTube channel, break down kind of what my thoughts were of the previous week. Friday, I'm going to do a preview show, and then I'm going to do my live streams just on Saturday. So from here going forward, now I'm going to change everything on my social media. I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to change it to Saturday at 7 is going to be my live stream just once a week. But Saturday night at 7, and I'll try to end it early like I did tonight. Just have an hour because y'all got lives, y'all got some fun things to do. But I mean, hey, look, if you have topics you want to discuss, if I miss something that you want to talk about, hey man, I'm more than happy to talk. This is my favorite thing in the world is talking football. I love nothing more than talking football. So the new program, and I didn't make a slide here, but I'm going to change all my social media this weekend. The review show will be on Tuesday. I'm just going to drop a video. Review show and picks will be on Friday, and then Saturday I'll do a live stream at 7. And then I'm not going to live stream during the wild card, but once all the Saturday games are over with, I'll start back live streaming. I'll give you all a heads up. If you have any questions, look, if you guys want to see something I'm not doing, askandrewsfootball@yahoo.com. So listen, don't forget, give me the thumbs up. I deserve it. But again, if you are a subscriber to Andrews Football, you already know you're one of the greatest people on planet Earth. All your wildest dreams are going to come true. But if you're new to my channel and you haven't done it already, there's this button right here. See it? See it? See it? Bam! Hit that button. Become one of the greatest people on planet Earth. I will see you next Saturday. Watch out for my videos on Tuesday and Friday. And hey, I'll see you next week.